morning. So you can see there's this bright sprite behind me and such. I will be playing Europa Universalis Magna Mundi. I am in the middle of preparations for war, but I will not declare war today because I have this thing called a massive bag of narcotics available, and one does not wage war while drunk, except for the Scottish. They wage war while drunk. Finns only get drunk and then go to war, but not drink while at war. Anyway, I have found this that I would consider the first sign that our timeline is starting to cross over. I have seen marks here and there, but nothing relevant. But this is the first time I've heard of this place, Arvidia, and it is essentially during the Second World War, it was the largest aluminum production center in the Western world. Aluminum production in the Western world. And this is in exactly our region of Canada. It is there. So this makes me think that the local settlers in Canada decided their stance on the war, and that was pro-allies. And there is no way that one small town of 12,000 people in 2010 could produce the most aluminum in the Western world. You can tell me many things, but that particular storyline is rubbish. But if we consider that the Nordic Union and its entire prowess in terms of military and what have you is to be in this town in terms of astral potential, then yes, producing the most aluminum in the Western world is not an impossibility. So this is the first sign that I have seen that the timelines are starting to truly cross, because you cannot expect me to believe that a town of 12,000 people is the largest aluminum production center in the West, or in the world, in the Western world. But the entire Scandinavian Union, if it focused all its energy on a single resource in North America just to show its opinion of the war, could do this. So I am seeing this here, and I am seeing, assuming this hasn't crashed yet, it hasn't, and I'm seeing this here. It is roughly in our territory. It might be in this particular province of France, Canada, but based on its proximity and the fact that we're looking at essentially heavy industry in the style that we're looking at here, in a very ahistoric concentration, I would say we might be looking at our timeline. Now, I won't be going to war during this gameplay, or today, because I don't like to do it while drunk or high. I need a clear mind to truly know if it's the right thing to do. And this core that we have, which means that it's considered our territory legally, expires in 1663, and it's going to take a minimum of 3 years to conquer enough of Russia to get a significant influence. So we might actually have to go to war before the 60s, but I will play a very tiny bit and just look a little bit around and see what I see, but there isn't much. Now, Ukraine is more developed than I am in terms of government models, but way behind in technology. So you can see my technology is finally starting to reach the German top end of the cities, but it is not there yet. My production technology is a little bit ahead, but if you look at, for example, Bremen, it's lowest 29 and highest 32, and I'm at lowest 27 and highest 31, so I'm behind them. But that's because a single city state is significantly easier to turn into a technical superpower than anybody else. But Russia seems to be far behind. Even the administrative Uralic hordes are ahead of Russia, which just goes to show how far behind Russia is at the moment. Keep in mind, these Uralic culture groups are in in fact not in the Finnish group, but we get no benefit from controlling them. So far, there's little point in expanding here. And I was thinking of taking Arkhangelsk, but to be honest, I don't want to cut the Russians from the White Sea. That would cause strong buildup towards it. And I don't want to cut the Russians off from the Sea of the Baltic Sea either. And Ingermanland is clearly Livonius, so it kind of forces me to take these cores plus Olonets and leave Estonia to either take or not take Ingermanland. But St. Petersburg, I will try to take. It's not particularly important, but I'll try to take it nonetheless. And as I've said before, there's no benefit to invading the Baltic region as long as they manage to defend themselves against outsiders. But if they do get into a war where they get dominated, I might have to step in. But that is for another time. So that's roughly the world map. Let's play for a little while. Chippewan. And I attacked them because they attacked my colony and reduced my chance of colony growth to negative. So there was no way to continue growing my colony while they were there. Otherwise, it would have been not attacked, but such is life. And I'm thinking of going plutocracy. But to be fair, the production efficiency is probably more important right now. And if I go market economy further than this, in the middle, it's going to end up costing me quite a lot. So I can't do it yet. But I do need at least some changes. So it's basically only plutocracy. I mean, I hate the production efficiency decrease, but I have no benefit from diplomat, so I might as well go with plutocracy. Oh, it's rare for me to get a bonus from slider changes. Habibi. So I might play until start of 58. That's roughly when I need to make my decision to invade if I don't expect the war to be a quick one, and I really don't expect this war to be a quick one. But keeping in mind how powerful Muscovy is, they might actually be able to defeat me, especially with the fact that they have a lot of army-related techs. But I'm about 10 techs on A30 at the global max level ahead of them with full quality and things like that, but still not enough. We'll see. Especially if Russia pulls in a large alliance, then I will be in trouble. But UK is already at war with France, so I'm not really worried about my North American colonies, but I do know that I can't, for the most part, take on the British Navy. There's no hope of doing that. They're way ahead of me. They're way ahead of me, which reminds me, I should probably prepare for this war by doing that one thing that I really can do to prepare for a war like this when I'm already at full uh, land armies, as you can see. There's one thing I actually can do, and that's build an enormous navy. Most of these ships probably will not be built before the war begins. Perhaps. At least I have a lot of money to spend because I've been keeping my military at a fairly low level of activity. So I might actually be able to build a military. A lot of my ships are from the 14th century though, because I haven't scrapped my old ships because I'm nowhere near the support limit for ships. I think that's about it. That's about it. That's a few ships. It's not much, but it's enough. Slowly getting what the colonies can actually build. Looks like Austria is taking over the empire. You can notice how far I'm from being tolerated in the empire because this is a relation of plus 200 to minus 200, and they're all below 151, and all except one is at below 190. That's even with keeping peace with the empire consistently, which just goes to show how difficult it is to please the Germans. We know something about them. We've had a few scuffles. Now we can start building the grain depots. There's a few, but not many. It requires, I think, livestock or fish or grain as its production item. Let me check. Grain depot. Grain, millet, rice, or maize has to be a core. Cost goes up quite a lot, but land force limit modifier goes up and maintenance modifier goes down significantly. So I'm gonna be building a lot of grain depots. Expensive as fuck. Content influential bureaucrats. I got the reforms uploaded, so it's gonna be a lot of support. Plutocracy, meaning that money gives you power instead of land, which is aristocracy. Ugh. Oh, small death. Thought in their colony died. Think I might wait for all the ships to be built except the war galleons, and then wait for them to appear later on just to support the general naval effort. It's a little unfair that Great Britain starts with one of the end naval technologies because they start with Grand Navy and Naval Glory, and I think one of those should require four of the things. Yeah, Naval Glory. Naval Glory should not be available for them at this point. It shouldn't be possible to have Naval Glory as your fourth idea because it requires four ideas to get to advanced ideas. But I think they probably reneged a past idea, which is why they split it up so bad. Anytime you change your national idea, you're about to get like 10 years of absolute chaos. That's good weed. Very mellow. Doesn't burn at all. But you can feel that kicks you high. The grain depots are quick to build though. There's only one grain depot available. Seems like you can't build more. Makes sense because they were super powerful. Arsenal doesn't reduce revolt risk, but it does give a local manpower modifier. So I think I'll build arsenals in the high manpower states, but before that I think I'll actually build cathedrals. I don't think it lowers revolt risk, but let's put it there in case. Iran actually developed. That's very nice. Sorry, wrong country. This is the right country. I'm going to try to get a trade agreement with Ukraine. Chelyadmin. I'm at plus 142 relations, and I need 200 to have any chance of succeeding in a trade agreement. There's some change in here somewhere, but I didn't pinpoint it. Something happened. Right, also the keyboard is on top of the laptop, so it's gonna overheat like crazy again. Even the keyboard was, oh man, that's hot. And this doesn't reduce revolt risk either. So that's basically useless. I ought to start building the tax people soon, but I haven't found any reason to focus on taxes at the moment. Thought I was gonna build 4 grain depots. Turns out I can only build 1. Weird. But at least with the 20% increase to national manpower, I should have over 20,000 in reserve. Still isn't much, but at least it's something. build that. So it's academies then. With my merchants' incredible competition chance, it seems fairly likely that I'll be able to corner much of the Western market. Going further into plutocracy and starting to gain the trade tax makes it seem like I might even become the trade superpower of the world. Not that one yet, but I'll get there. Some of the ships have been built. It's the quick building ones. There should still be frigates and battle galleons left to build. I think it's called a galleass when it's a battle galleon, but I don't know. Might be a different ship. I'll have fish and rain and beer and daju, which I believe is kind of like later. But not much for others. Also a lot of naval supplies. I think Viborg started trading with Stockholm after I banned trade with Russia after it banned trade with me. I think I'm, in fact, almost at the end of this gameplay. Because all the frigates have been built and it's now down to the galleons. So, ooh, nice. Huron actually managed to unify the North American tribes. Now it means Huron is actually pretty powerful. %35% of the world's daju. That's a huge amount. We're gaining a lot of natural immigration. Build one more cathedral. And back to Ukraine. Still no chance of accepting my trade agreement. That's what I thought. What is the trade, the relation increasing with? Because it shows Scandinavia and Scandinavia. That's not the way it works. I think, as far as I know, there isn't like a domestic agreement or something. Yeah. It's weird that Ukraine is already a constitutional organ. Almost at 200, there we go. I don't like decentralization at the moment. I will aim towards it at a later date, but not today. It's really buggy, this one. I have to move the slider all the way here. It shouldn't take long to return the stability. Yeah, it only takes about 6 months. It's good. Fairly cheap. Vilnius has a large population. Riga is only at 40,000. Vilnius is a large place. As Kirland is, it's no. Kennisburg has 100,000. Can't believe my little territorial enclave is so far ahead of them in terms of population. It's weird. Makes me feel all uncomfortable. Hospital. Alright. And regimental camp. Then one more colonist. This time to Chippewa. I'm sending them all across the colonies because when you go to war with another colonial power, they can instantly turn your colonies if they happen to take them. So that seems something like what I'd like to avoid. I think that might actually be it for this one. We're almost at 58. And if I'm gonna get into a war with Russia and most likely the UK, I roughly need to move it around this time. Still impossible, but can we expand influence? Don't feel like doing that right now because of there being literally no way for me to reach that far south. And this is still too strong. This is already under my influence. Won't accept an alliance. Yeah, that seems we're about done. Oh, there's a revolt in Moscow. That's interesting. So that was a year and a half. So now I need to look at my options because I'm not completely ready for the war. But if I don't move now, the core population in the east will no longer be considered core. And then if I do go to war later on, it will be considered an actual invasion. So it's about as close as I want to wait. But I can't do it today for reasons of drugs. So look for the next few days for somebody to make some kind of relatively major change to the war outline. We'll see. Thank you for watching.